All right, time to get locked and loaded. Oh, my AirPods worked the first time around. Let's just start Discord. So much to do on a Tuesday afternoon. Alright, looks like JD's stream might be back. You change the ducking so it's not so aggressive. But I'll have to do that another time. So I'm going to get myself warmed up. And for those of you joining me, appreciate. It is going to be a little while before things really get going here. Because today is VRL day. And oh boy, for today's VRL, it is going to be tough. So my phone is stuck, not wanting to connect. Come on. There we go. There we go. Now let's get all the devices connected. Zwift. Devices. Come on, Zwift. We just went through all this. Close this real quick. Heart rate. Come on, come on, come on. You know what? Actually. Oh, the other stuff is paired. Alright. There we go. Hopefully, Zwift fixed the connection page issue. So, Zwift Insider put a post out on the update, the newest update, that seemed to be, it seems like they did the update and then they rolled it back and then they rolled it forward, because last week I got prompted for updates several times, and then this week I got a new update, which should be up to, I think, 1:15, something like that. And so that is where we're at. And part of that, I'm hoping, I didn't check the notes, but I'm hoping part of that is the update, is an update to fix the connection screen, because the device connection screen ends up basically pairing. And then if you, let's say, so I use a companion app, let's say you accidentally close the companion app, then what ends up happening is you lose connection, obviously, because that's the companion app is brokering all of your data streams. So you lose connection. But when you turn your companion back on and it reconnects, or the app reconnects, the devices don't reconnect. And so I responded to Zwift Insider on Facebook. I was like, hey, I know I'm one of those people that still uses Facebook. A lot of us out there in the Zwifting community. But so I was like, man, I hope at some point they fix the device connection screen. And he, or someone else, I think Tamara from the USMES team responded as well, saying she has the same issue. So I'm hoping that that feedback, while limited in scope, managed to get back to Zwift. I feel like that could be an easy fix, considering it used to work that way before, but now it isn't working that way. So we'll see. We'll see if that was one of the things that are fixed, but I'm hoping that I don't have to test it out today. All right. just getting in there. So I have my virtual gears re-enabled. I tested it out yesterday, did 2 different races yesterday, advanced race, and then the Monday Mafia race, and I felt good. I felt like I knew, like it was familiar, but at the same time, the familiarity of it also, in my mind, connected with physical gears and what physical gears I use in those same moments and scenarios, and kind of equating like, all right, if I was in a physical gear, this is the gear I would be in, not necessarily in like knowing the number, but knowing the feel. And so that's the where I'm at the moment. So I've got a lot of stuff with me today. So as you guys know, I primarily use carbs for racing. And so I already did my 2 tablespoons of honey, which for anyone that this might have happened, for anyone that happens to use honey a lot, especially the large jars, like the 3, not 3 ounces, but like the bigger jars, 16 ounces, I think, somewhere around there. Let me know if as you get towards the bottom, if you feel like the honey almost thickens, like it evaporates, like the water evaporates and then it thickens up a bit, if that's normal. Because the honey I have right now, it's a honey from Florida, made from the orange blossoms we have in Florida, and or orange, whatever the orange tree is, orange grove. And so I feel like, yeah, I think it's the orange blossom is the actual flower. And so I feel like my honey's gotten thicker and almost grainier as I've gotten towards the bottom. And I don't know if that means it's more concentrated. And really, for me, it's just a gauge, like how much glucose am I actually getting. Not that I'll be able to ever tell for sure, because I don't ever have a measured serving amount. I just fill up my tablespoon until it's just about overflowing. And I do 2 of those. And then I've also got with me my typical energy drink with energy juice drink. I also got a special guest with me today, because I feel like round 3 of this climb might be necessary to have an extra. Now, that can Coca-Cola is 48 grams. So I feel like that's going to be too much. But again, we'll see how I do. The climbing is really going to make the biggest difference today. And so my goal is to really treat this like a TTT, in the sense of once I get to the climb, it's trying to stay steady power. So I'm not going to try and spike my power and go crazy, but if I can hold a steady power from the bottom to the top of the climb, because this climb is not just one climb. It's actually 2 separate climbs mixed into one. And so while the Temple KOM effort is going to require about a 6 to 7 minute effort, and probably closer to 7-minute effort to get up there, it's also going to take a handful of minutes. And so it's going to be at least 10 to 15 minutes of climbing at a pretty steady rate. Now we've got 3 rounds in cat or division B3. So it is going to be a tough race. So I've got plenty of carbohydrates with me, primarily in the form of honey and sugary drinks. But for an hour and a half's worth of effort, which is what I'm expecting today, I really only have right around probably 90 to 100 grams. And I fully expect to be able to survive on that. And actually, I think with the Coca-Cola might be overkill. I don't want to go too deep into the carb route. I want to make sure I keep myself measured, because I'm the person that will, like, when I have too much, then tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll be craving sugar. And so I try to limit what I race with, so that way I'm not in that spiral the next day. Oh man. Oh, we got a check mark. Yo, what's up, Ethan? Ooh, that's a good idea. Warm water. They usually keep the bottle that it came in literally looks like a miniature version of a milk carton. And so I keep it in the pantry. And so I might have to try that and see if that maybe spend some time doing that tomorrow before my ladder race. Oh man, today is gonna be a day. I'm expecting about an hour and a half's worth of racing. Looking at some of the races from earlier, on which if you watch Mal Pedersen, his race, which is essentially the top racing group, top racing class, then their group did it in a little over an hour. And so that's the biggest difference between the really high-end A's and even the high-end B's were all finishing in the 120s. So usually the ones that I buy are like I would call them mass-produced Florida honey. There's a place not too far from where I live, about half an hour from where I live, that's actually like a honey vending machine that has true local honey from like that community that I need to check out. I would like to keep it in glass jars. I need a way to basically be able to get the honey, 2 tablespoons of honey without making a mess. As is, my house is being invaded by fruit flies, because it's nice and cold outside, and so they want to come in the warmth with. Now, I don't know if they came with all the fruits that we buy, because I'm not opposed to fruits, but I just don't need it. My family, like my daughters, love fruits. And so this last batch of bananas, I feel like we got a ton in. But even when the fruit's finished, they're still around. I don't know how they're getting in. And so I try not to keep sugary stuff out and available for them. And when I do, take my 2 tablespoons of honey, I soak the spoon in water immediately. I rinse it off, and then I also clean the little tub that it's in. Yeah, this one's the squeeze bottle kinds are really good. At least I think the Newton Zone There's one of the brands that sells like local Florida honey that's mass produced, and they probably have the best squeeze bottles because they're kind of like the squeeze bottles that Heinz uses for ketchup, where it's like self restricting. So when you stop, it actually like cuts it off immediately, and so very little mess. Where the jar that this one came in, because it's more like a milk bottle, it has like a milk bottle cap, but with a small little porthole. And trying to squeeze out of that thing has been terrible. The bottle looks like it got crushed by a FedEx driver. And so I'll be happy once I finish that. I can move on to a better style. Like I said, it's just a matter of keeping it clean, not making a mess, because I'm usually getting the honey and then jumping on the bike. And I do my best to strategically take the honey about half an hour before I ride. Ideally, so the body can, depending on the substrate, so fructose and glucose, no worries. I was wondering, I was like, maybe the Cyrillic stands for like FedEx. I don't know if you guys have to deal with that, but FedEx over here they'll find a way to mess up your package. Whether it's break the tape, break the corners, completely break an entire side. Like I've had packages that have gotten here that the box looked like it got destroyed and like completely compressed and then expanded. And then the contents are inside of it, holding on by a thread, and they like cellophane wrap it and duct tape everywhere. And they think that's okay. So, how things are. But yeah, so depending on the substrate you use, whether it's glucose, sucrose, or yeah, glucose, sucrose. Sucrose is a fructose and glucose mixture, or just straight fructose. It is going to get into the system at varying speeds, and the body can only process so much. So if you look at companies like Formula 365 and Martin, they advertise like their supplements, their beverages, powders, all that stuff. Like they have a 2-to-1 mixture, so that way you're not overwhelming your body from being able to process both, and you're getting the energy requirements you need. Now, when I tried the Morton gels, I did not like it at all. I didn't like how I felt. I don't think it actually did anything for me. Granted, the one that I tried only had like 20-something or 30-something grams of carbs. I still just don't feel like it did anything for me. I like my little honey and sugary energy drink mix. That seems to work best for me. So for now, thank you for jumping in. I'm gonna jump into our team chat, so you're gonna hear that in a sec. And if you are racing tonight, good luck. It is gonna be a tough one today, and so I will. If you haven't checked in on JD yet, feel free to stop by there. It is going to be, I'm wondering if they should finish before us. If they're, I think, in the faster C's. And so it'll be interesting to see if they beat our time doing 2 laps versus our 3. Let me turn this on. Hello. Did my Discord connect? That's a question. Okay, I see myself in there. I see
Miguel.
Robin. Hey, what's up, man?
Doing?
Trying to get warm. Boy, oh boy.
I always feel like I shouldn't be racing. I'm looking forward to this the whole week, and when it's 5 minutes before the race, I feel like I shouldn't be doing this madness.
Yeah. I can say that today was one of those days where watching other people's streams did not help. Like you said, there's very, very few times where I'm like, man, should I really like? Because today's definitely going to be a day. Yeah. And I think most races right now, except for the top A guys, they're all actually changed jerseys as well. They all completed the race in like a little over an hour. But the B category guys that I watched today all finished in like just under an hour and a half. And so 90 minutes of racing is definitely a upper limit.
90 minutes?
That's so I don't know if you're familiar with Bradford Redpath.
Yeah.
His race, which is a B1, it took them an hour and 25 minutes.
Okay, but there was development B.
No. They're
JP was
open.
with him, so I assume development B. JP was 5th in that race.
In the same one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe they are development. I didn't notice I thought he was in regular Bs.
Yeah, but still, that's still. Maybe I should have taken some carbs with me because I have just my drinks.
I've got a whole mess of stuff with me. I fully expect to go deep through this hour. Yeah. At least, even if it's an hour and 15 minutes, we'll split the difference between the fast guys and us and them.
Yeah.
It's still going to be, especially with the 3 climbs, it's going to be a tough effort. Yeah. I figure it's going to be as long as what we did for Box Hill because the efforts are similar.
JP mentioned that it was all in on the climb, but on those flats in between climbs, everyone was just doing zone 2. So I'm kind of hoping that's where we're going to have some time to recover.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seemed like.
Yeah, and as somebody mentioned, if I'm getting feather anywhere, I'm keeping it for the climb, and I'm not using it for anything else.
Yeah, that last climb, man, I'm crossing my fingers for a draft ban or the arrow. Because a lot of people 100%. Got the feather, and there's really no place to use it on the way back down.
No, unless you go way long, which I'm not gonna.
No, exactly.
Yeah, I would definitely keep the feather, and also I've been told that it was good to use it at the end where there's a real last steepest bit. Because you wanna, if you're struggling at the beginning and you use it, yeah, fair enough. But still, if you're struggling at the beginning, you're gonna get dropped 30 seconds later anyway.
Yeah.
So I would use it at the top to make sure that you latch on the group that you can then follow for the next, 10 kilometers on the flats.
Yeah. There we go. All right.
So I think that's all data by wheels.
I think the consensus so far is the 65s.
I do ND 4.5.
So surprisingly, Zwifter Bikes has the 4.5s being about 2 seconds slower.
Huh.
Yeah.
Where is the effort going to be?
Exactly. And that's
on climb, and they're lighter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely going to be you know, all going to come
Someone
down
was
to the
saying though, it was a pretty big mass finish on that downhill, and I'm crossing my fingers, but I think I can make it. But I don't want to risk it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Like, if there's gonna be some solo guys, I'm not gonna be following, because the big pack will be fast on the way down.
For sure.
So so I will get the 65s because I feel like it's all gonna be one pack at the end.
Yep.
Hopefully, I'm gonna be in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Kind of planning on playing it safe as well. Oh, Iceman's in this? Damn it.
65.
Yeah, and he's the one we have to watch, right? Him
Yeah.
and Paul Lancaster from OTER, and those guys in the black.
Yeah, these are all guys that I just finished racing last week for ladder race.
20 seconds.
Nope.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
I'm probably going to go on mute. I'm going on mute, but I'll be here.
Okay.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah,
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yep. All right. At least we're going out with an easy pace so far.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mention those guys in the black. Who's got the blue, yellow, red words on them, the colorful ones. They are second last with 2 points, but they are the strongest for this race.
Okay.
So if they go, I wouldn't worry about them at all, because we don't race with them.
Well, if they can help pull us,
Yeah,
we might not be
I
a
don't
bad
want to
idea.
burn matches. On, if I'm gonna gain something out of it, yeah.
Yeah.
I got my feather.
Same here.
Yeah, if you guys have a feather, I'd keep it. If not, there will be another chance to get it on the counter sprint in 4 kilometers.
We'll say I'm back on virtual gears. Man, it feels so much better having the extra 2 gears wiggle room.
So last week when you ran out of gears, that wasn't virtual.
That was physical.
It was your normal gears.
Yeah, it's just, I guess I got so used to virtual gears, having 12 gears, that I had a hard time finding my cadence on the 10 gears. I'm still going to keep working on it because I feel like it did help me get a bit stronger in spite of my weight gain. The problem I have this time of year every year, because we go straight from essentially my sister-in-law's birthday in September to a couple of birthdays in October, my wife's and my daughter's in November, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then me, my brother, my mom, my sister-in-law, and a bunch of other people in January in my family. And then one of my daughters and my older sister in March. It was like a non-stop eating fest.
What a birthday.
I was thinking, how fat would I be if I didn't have this bike?
Maybe you wouldn't be as smart.
Well, hopefully the extra weight helps me on the downhill. I will
There's
say for
nothing wrong,
anyone
huh?
contemplating switching bikes, I've not seen anyone do it successfully yet. That was in the front group.
Yeah. I was thinking I wouldn't do it for breakaway, but I feel like if I'm with the group and I'm sure they're gonna drop me on the last hill, I feel like switching to the gravel just so I can catch them up and stay with them, and then just drive behind them on the downhill. Even if I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
but
the
then you're,
last in that group, it's still a gain if I
but
don't
then
get
you're
dropped.
stuck on the gravel bike on the paved roads.
No, I mean just on the last hill. On the last
I
hill.
got you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but you still have to go downhill.
Yeah, but the first part of the downhill is on the gravel,
Your, yeah.
and then you would just have to survive the tarmac. But for me, it's just that it's gonna make you stay with the group. That's the only reason. I wouldn't go for a breakaway because you would get caught. I think. Plus, it always takes me like 20 seconds to change the bike, so I'm not changing anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if you go to the device pairing screen, which is the fastest given we don't have braking, it's still like 15, 20 seconds to complete it all.
I'm toast. Ride on. Ride on.
If you're gonna burn up, next power we get at 800 meters.
Speaking of burning up, I almost forgot to turn on my tank.
Definitely keeping my feather.
Yeah. Fence is on.
Can
That's a
we
good way
put
to
it
look
on the hill?
at it.
Ride on.
Good thing we're not speeding up. What are you doing? What are you doing, guy?
Oh, somebody used a feather. Interesting.
Probably by mistake.
pushing. We haven't started climbing. My heart rate is already in the 160s.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Power drop.
No.
Disconnected.
Let's keep pedaling.
Keep pedaling.
I'm toast.
Well, fuck.
Oh, yeah, you're way back there.
Yeah, 30 seconds gap.
Well, that would be a good opportunity to switch to the gravel if you think you can catch us when we get to that part of the climb.
Don't go real hard until you get to the climb.
Exactly.
Pick it up then.
Yeah.
Looks like there's one person in front of you. About 15 seconds. So if you can connect with them. Oh, they're pushing to get back on.
Shots here.
He made it back.
Yeah.
30 seconds is too much.
Yeah, he pushed hard though.
I'll try to pick up somebody on the climb.
If you're patient, you'll catch some on the climb.
Yep.
You're ranked like number 2 or 3, so you should be able to get somebody. Get back in the group.
Ready, I'll join you in. We got 2.5 hours. They're of no use to me.
Almost at the real start of the climb. Get some water while you can.
Right on. I'm toast.
I got feather after the pump. What is the use of feather after the pump?
Holding so completion. Time again, I guess.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
I'll make it first.
There's one guy behind me, and I'm in a group of 8 people. So
Oh, good.
Nice.
I looked at some points and said Paul Lancaster from OPR 12 seconds ahead of you. So I might be, we might be catching some more people.
And 62 isn't fast enough? Oh, that's you. Hey, I thought that was one of our guys saying the pickup speed. It looks like OTR listened to you. Or not OTR. Yeah.
We got fast. Paul Lancaster 6 seconds. Interesting, the whole team cooperates at the back.
A couple of escapees.
Perfect, I caught 2 OTR guys.
Nice.
Exactly our enemies.
I'm sure you will catch more in the next climb.
feather.
Yeah, 5:57. Wow, you guys are killing it. Good job, fellas. Keep up the great work.
Together.
Oh, I'm dead. Nice job, guys. Ah,
It's going.
ah. David, where'd you end up? Top 15?
14.
Nice job, man. Awesome.
That's
Oh,
what it says on the rear end here.
that climb was brutal. Oh,
That last one.
I lost the lead group on the second one and the third one. Say
I
what kind
can't
of keep
believe you
close.
guys made it. You guys breathed
Yeah, man.
to us.
Yeah,
You guys did awesome.
yeah, that's nice.
Oh. Fuck, that hurt.
That was horrible. Oh,
Yeah.
after the first time, I was like, "There's no way. There's no way we're doing this 3 times." Then we did the second one faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went under 6.
Yeah, me too. I was like 557.
I didn't think I could do that.
Run!
Oh,
Man. That hurt.
I was really hoping B3 was gonna be a lot easier. That was not that easy. Crazy.
That's funny. Yeah, great job, guys.
Yeah, way to go, everyone.
Wow.
Rate them. How are you doing back there?
1.3 kilometers left. I
Oh,
think I'm fighting for 40.
nice.
Pretty good.
I'll be honest, I would have gave up. For me.
Dude, that first climb was definitely eye-opening. Oh my God.
Really lucky I had feather on that first climb.
Oh my
Hey
gosh.
guys, well done, everyone. I'm logging off.
Yeah, man.
Good
Great
night,
job.
guys.
Have a
Yeah,
great
nice
night.
job, everyone.
I'll spin my legs out for a little bit more. Man. It was nice having virtual gears. I don't think I'd have managed that on physical gears. Man.
38.
Nice. Good job, man. Considering you had a mechanical right out the gate, you held on.
Yeah. Well, it's 59 people, so
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
I thought you were going to catch up to us. So I dropped essentially like at the top of the second climb. And then on the way into the third climb, there was a group of OTR guys and a couple others that were catching up to us. We fell off.
Yeah, I was catching up, but I was also burning matches on the flats.
Yeah. Yeah, I ended up burning a big match on the downhill because it was, so when I dropped, there was 2 guys that were in front of us that basically, like, they fell off the front group, but they were like 10 seconds ahead of us. And so me and another guy, like I wanted to catch them because I knew 4 of us would be better than just 2. And so I ended up basically doing a long pull on the downhill at like almost 300 watts just to catch them. And so eventually we caught, and those four of us for a little bit until like the base of the climb, and then a bunch of others caught up to us, and we ended up, me and three others ended up pulling away. And then we dropped one of the guys. And it was just me and a cryogen guy battling it out to the top. We had the third guy with us, but he ended up dropping like 2/3 of the way up the climb. It was just me and cryogen. But he was working it on the downhill. He kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And ended up opening up like a 10-second gap. Oh, God. This hurt.
I had some fun catching up. That was good. And I actually probably got a few people excited. Because, you know, I caught two guys. And then on the downhill we caught another, I don't know, 4 or 5. And then I took a couple slingshots. And I told those guys, to start doing slingshots. And then we somehow picked up a lot of speed.
Yeah.
We ended up being a pack of 15 people. So they all helped me
that was
catch
good.
up. And, we stuck together kind of on the second climb. And on the third climb, I tried to push. And I created a gap. But, yeah, I didn't have it. So they caught me. At the end, Paul Lancaster let me out. And, yeah, it was still feeling pretty good. At least I took the sprint from the pack.
Nice.
So that was good. Yeah, it was frustrating. The technicals are so bad.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, I think in hindsight, if using the 4.5 Pros would have meant that I kept up with the group on that second climb, because I'll tell you what, man, I put on from last week to this week about 4 kilograms.
Damn.
Somewhere in there, yeah. Most of it was literally this past weekend at my brother's house. And so that made the climb a little bit harder, but I held, I think like 350-ish for the entirety of the climbs. And so I was kind of hovering between like 350, 400, and then on the flatter sections, I dropped down to like 300, which is a better power band than I normally would do on climbing. And so the power's definitely coming up. I gotta drop the weight, but part of it was I didn't care what I was eating because I wanted to get, I don't know if you've seen the ads for it on Facebook or Instagram or any of those, but there's a scale that claims to be 99% accurate to a DEXA scan. And so I ordered it like 2 weeks ago. So since then, I'm like, I'm not going to worry about what I eat because I want to see how accurate it is and whether or not my weight loss equates to fat loss versus like anything else. And so I've already, like in the 2 times I've used it, I already know that it's not going to be 100% accurate because it shows my right leg as having like, I think like 4 or 5 more pounds of muscle than my left leg, which I know is bullcrap because my right leg has a metal rod in it. And so maybe it has more mass from the rod and like bone remodeling and stuff from where I broke my leg. But I know that my right leg is not that much bigger than my left. And so I'm going to do like actual tape measurements to see what the difference is in measurements and try and figure out we'll see if I can figure out if there's like a muscle mass difference. But if it can tell me whether or not I'm losing fat or muscle or water, then I'll be happy with it, just to kind of see that progress and equate it to what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I guess it sends like the electrical impulses, and
Yeah.
and that measures what comes back, right?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Well, if you're gonna be posting video about it, I'm definitely gonna watch it. That's interesting.
yeah, I am because I'm very skeptical in how accurate it is because there was I'd looked up these types of scales long time ago to see how accurate they were, and the couple videos that I found where people were doing breakdowns of like different like research studies that have been done on them, they're not very accurate because the way like the electrical signals they send through your body and the different frequencies they send through your body don't always like get received. And so depending on like if you have the ones with like just 2 pads, then those are like the least accurate versus the ones that have like 4 pads on the scale versus the ones that have the pads on the scale and like a little hand wand. And so ideally you want it like on your feet and on your hands. That'll be the most accurate, but I still want to see whether or not it's accurate to a really high degree. But at least the fact that it's picked up there's a difference in my right leg versus my left is interesting.
Yeah.
So
How much does it cost?
well, discounted because they have it on sale right now. It was like just under $200.
I thought you were gonna say something. Well, at the same time, it's US dollars, so it's like 300 Canadian. It's still not too bad.
No, I mean, a lot of retail scales are in that range, like $100 to $200. Yeah. And so this one having all the extra features and the fact that the free version, like the free version of the app, because you can do like a subscription where it gives you like all the coaching and stuff. But the free version, you still get all the different body measurements. And so that's really all I wanted.
Yeah. Have you checked if it's connected to, if you can connect it to Strava and stuff?
No, I haven't double checked that yet. It does say that it has like third-party integrations, but I've not looked at it yet. Ooh, someone's sprinting.
Yeah, I should check out mine because I connected mine to something and I saw my updated weight on some app, but I definitely don't have it connected to Strava. But
yeah,
I should look into it.
One thing that I've seen, the other thing I've seen so far with it is that if you don't, so like if you just step on it, it's off by about 1.5 kilograms, roughly, like 1.3 to 1.5 kilograms. But if you, like most of them, you can like lightly step on it and then it'll zero out. This one, when you do that, it doesn't always zero out. And so I don't know if that's like if there's a different way to zero it out or if it's meant to just like step on, which I've never seen one that just works straight away when you just step on it.
The digital ones, usually you have to tap.
Yeah.
And get on.
So we'll see. I'll get that all figured out and put something together.
But I was checking, and the guys did a second climb a couple seconds faster than the first climb.
Damn.
Which
I know
is
this.
Crazy because I was burned down on the second climb.
Dude, so you know how we were talking in the chat earlier about the speed of the climb? So I did just over 6 minutes on the second climb, and everybody else did just under 6 minutes on the second climb, which for me, again, is still mind-blowing considering like the last time I went up that climb was for a tiny races. And it was like I did 7 minutes, went up that climb, and I was probably weighing probably a little under or a little over what I'm at now. I'm at 81 kilograms. I was probably weighing like in the 82 range, 84, somewhere in that, somewhere there. And so so essentially to beat that time by a minute and not really weighing that much less, definitely gives me a nice little dopamine boost. Knowing that my power's
I burned a few matches on the flats because I thought I was pretty fast on the climb, But then as I was checking my time, I went on the first lap 6:28. So that's 28 seconds behind you guys.
Wow.
I'm sure I was also missing any draft because I was alone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nah, you guys were pushing.
Dude, I can't believe how fast we went up that first climb. Like it literally felt like blink and we were at the top already. Oh man.
Were you first guy from our team?
No. I ended up, I think, fourth from our team. I crossed.
How well did we do?
I crossed at 29th. So I came in 29th. We had, I think, a 24. I think a 24:20, and then 19, maybe somewhere in there, or 16. No, 14.
Well, that's gonna be interesting for the final table.
Yeah.
We should still be podium because there was quite a gap between third and fourth. So still we should be pretty competitive and pretty up there.
Yeah, and then I think we'll do as we always do with CTTs and kind of help recoup some.
Yeah. Well, last time we had help from Jackson, who's he's very strong.
Yep.
And, yeah, we have a lot of lighter guys, so we'll see if the TTT will be
Right.
good or bad.
Yeah, hopefully by the last race I'll be back to. I'll definitely be a couple pounds lighter. That'll help.
Nice.
Finishing position, because man, oh my god, I'm suffering on these climbs.
Well,
But it's also
an open B, right? Like it's so much faster than what we did before.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like it's suffering because the weight difference, but also because dude, the climbing is so much faster. Like, yeah, definitely a big difference between Dev B and Open B.
Yeah, 100%. Because you are pushing the peloton up from development B.
Yeah. Yeah, Dev B, we'd have caught some chaos.
Third division, right? The first
Yep.
division must be insane.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find. I don't know anyone that's in B1, but I'll see if I can find somebody that's raced B1 so I can see what kind of numbers you're pushing, because I know
Yeah, who was it? Max from Jokers, right? There were two people from Jokers, Max and was Casey in there as well? In B1, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because they are with the Tux. They are the B1. And Coop.
Yeah, I know Coop. I think I saw Coop in the pen for Tux. All right, man. I'm gonna get some protein in me and get some sleep because my legs hurt.
Good racing.
Yeah, great racing tonight, man.
Good racing, Miguel, and I'll see you next time.
Yep. See you.
See ya.
Oh my god. Okay, this hurt. This absolutely hurt. So, thank you guys for those of you stopping in, checking in on me, seeing if I'm alive still. I don't know if you guys caught the tail end of that conversation or not, but dude, this category is definitely a lot harder than Dev B. Because we were pushing. So watching Niall Pedersen's race earlier today, they finished in like an hour 5, somewhere in that range, super fast. And his group is probably the fastest in ZRL. And then I watch Bradford Redpath and a couple others, and they were finishing in like the 125-ish range. So for us to finish around 120, an hour and 20 minutes, was definitely pushing it in terms of time difference. But the climbs, man, the fact that we finished the Temple KOM in 6 minutes for me at least on the second climb. I know it was about a little over 6 minutes. That's the fastest I've ever done it, and man, that pace was pushing. And so I think if I would have gone with the 4.5 Pros, I could have probably held on to the Peloton on the second climb. I just don't know if I would have stayed with them on the descent. So either way, it worked out the way it was. It is what it is. It's racing at its best, but 53 kilometers total today. And that's, with only a few kilometers to spinning the legs out. Definitely a harder race. I will say, as many times I've raced FRR, I love the way FRR, how Rich puts it together. I love the fact that it's, back-to-back days. I raced back-to-back already, so that's not a big difference from what I would do with FRR. But the fact that ZRL is adding these kind of distances, I'm very happy with, because that is pushing me to my absolute limit. And I'm learning some stuff about myself and what I'm capable of. And so today, I had basically half a can and the 2 tablespoons of honey, and that's it. And so that worked out well for me, as good as it could be. So that being said, I'm out of here. Again, thank you guys for stopping by. If you're checking in on this after the stream ends, again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next race. Tired. Who's that? Oh, my legs.